So my project is based on community-based juvenile reentry and reintegration. So I did start off my project with the song. I'm not going to play it because I know we are pressed for time, but the song that I chose was Changes by Tupac because it highlights deeper issues behind the juvenile justice system, like poverty, racism, and cycles that are hard to break. And this connects also to my collaborator, which is Hayti Reborn, where youth are often faced with repeated barriers due to lack of long-term and consistent support. So that was a song that I chose, and we all know Tupac is known for speaking up about certain issues. And then another thing that also has stood out to me about this song with our class in general is that we always talk about how seeing change is possible over time. And something that he did mention in the song was the fact that we'll never see a Black president. And here we are today where Barack Obama have served 2 terms. So for this project, I focused on youth reentry, which is the process of young people returning to their communities after being involved in the juvenile justice system. I looked at how community-based organizations support this transition and what challenges youth face during this process. And the ages that I did focus on for this project was between 13 and 18 that are involved in the system. And these are some of the questions that I was looking for within the organization that I chose, looking at my project in general. How could community programs, policies, and systems better support youth during reentry and reduce recidivism and promote positive outcomes? How effective are North Carolina's current juvenile reentry and diversion policies in supporting youth reintegration into society? And how could community-based organizations improve outcomes? So for this project, I chose to engage with Hayti Reborn Justice Movement, a community-based organization that's based in Durham, North Carolina, that was founded in 2022, and they support justice-involved youth. Multiple conversations were conducted with the staff members, including care managers, leadership, also an intern, and with their discussions, it highlighted both the organizations and the set they operate within. And these are the collaborators that I was talking to. Within the past couple weeks, we Chief Steve Chalmers also joined our class. Youth tree refers to the transition from detention back into society, including returning to school, also relationships and finding stability. This kind of critical because it determines whether youth would have successful entry into society or they become re-involved back into the system again. And organizations like Hayti Reborn play an important role in this process by providing structure, mentorship, and access to resources that can help them move forward. One of the programs that Hayti Reborn has to offer is the Bridge program, which is a partnership between Hayti Reborn and Durham. The abbreviations are building, reinventing, improving the employees and entrepreneurs. It also pays homage to Durham's historic Hayti community. The program is a 6-week program and is designed to help participants build skills, communication, computer skills, and just overall life skills. And at the end of the program, it gives them a graduation ceremony, which recognizes progress and also gives them just something to be proud of. And yeah, the outcomes within the program, after they finish the program, they also go on to trades or they go on to college, and it's just helpful for long growth. Okay, these are some of the key challenges that I while talking to um, the Reborn team, that academic setbacks are returning from detention, mental health challenges, and unresolved trauma, limited access to services such as transportation, insurance, and providers, lack of a family environment. They have difficulty managing multiple switches, education, justice, and social services. I learned that support system does play a role within youth reentry. Mentorship is important because it provides guidance and accountability, which helps the youth stay on track while also having someone that they can trust. Case management is also another key because it helps them connect to the youth to importance like education, employment, and other health support. One point that we talked about in our conversation is that reentry cannot be handled by just one system. It requires a collaboration across different areas. So family, teachers, workers, like they all have to work together. Oh, supposed to be on the earlier slide, but this is actually a picture that I got from one of the graduations. It's all different age groups. So the bridge program is for multiple age groups. Um, but this is a picture from their graduation. Across many conversations, of like kept coming up in our conversation was one that youth don't have long-term support after they leave the system. Another one was that the system focuses more on rules and compliance rather than helping them grow. Um, it was also mentioned that services aren't always connected, so youth have to figure out a lot on their own, and building trust is like another that they also have when support isn't consistent. And lastly, youth also, their voices aren't heard in their decisions. Okay. These are also not just individual issues, but the system level problems as well. There's after often a lack of coordination between the services, which makes it harder for them to get support. Mental health support is actually limited, that I learned, because they have trouble with transportation, they have insurance issues and access to providers. And I did learn that Hayti Reborn also helps them get those resources if they need. Another is that the system fully doesn't understand the backgrounds and the experience of the youth, which affects how they are supported. And like again, I was talking about earlier, how different aren't working together. So they have gaps in family support and their school, like their social workers, they're all not talking and working together. So it makes it harder. Um, what's is more community involvement and stronger partnership across the systems. Reentry cannot be done alone. It requires a collaboration between different organizations. There's also a need for different services, which means support is addressed in multiple areas of their lives. Families, which I'm really big on, I feel like that is the most important part because youth needs stability at home. I feel like it starts at home first. And overall, the system just needs to be more fair and equitable. We often discussed about material and spiritual aspects of stuff. So within this system, a material aspect was program funding, services, and education and job training. And spiritual was trust, dignity, second chances, and a belief in youth's potential. Because I feel like all of these are necessary for growth. Um, Within the project, it showed me that youth reentry is not just an individual issue, but it's a system issue as well. And it requires different systems to work together in order for growth. There's also a need to focus on more prevention and long-term support, not reacting when the youth gets involved in something. And just overall, the system just needs to be more fair. And my reflection on this project showed me that youth reentry is more than just following rules. It requires real support, and especially through relationships, mentorship, and their community. And overall, they just need long-term support. And the system should focus more on that than and giving them real opportunities to succeed. And then I had a little poll for you guys to do if you guys wanted to do that poll. But thank you. And any questions or comments, it's accepted.